Dear brothers and sisters, today we will continue with Genesis 33 to 36. Genesis 33 tells the story of Jacob and Esau's reunion after many years of separation. Jacob had fled to avoid being killed by Esau, but now he returned with his family and wealth. Jacob was afraid of how Esau would receive him, but when they met, Esau ran to him and embraced him. They both wept and forgave each other for their past mistakes. Jacob offered Esau some of his animals as a gift, but Esau refused, saying that he had plenty. However, Jacob insisted, and Esau eventually accepted the gift. After their reunion, Jacob and Esau went their separate ways, and Jacob continued on his journey. This passage shows the importance of forgiveness and reconciliation, even after a long period of conflict and separation. Genesis 34 tells the story of Dinah, the daughter of Jacob and Leah. One day, Dinah went to visit some of the women in the nearby town, but while she was there, a man named Shechem saw her and became infatuated with her. Shechem asked his father to arrange a marriage between him and Dinah, but when Jacob's sons heard what had happened, they were angry. They tricked Shechem and his father into agreeing to a marriage by saying that all the men in their town had to be circumcised. After the men were circumcised, Simeon and Levi, two of Jacob's sons, went into the town and killed all the men while they were still recovering from the circumcision. They also took all the women and children as captives. Jacob was very upset by what his sons had done and feared that the other people in the area would attack him and his family because of it. Overall, Genesis 34 teaches us about the importance of being careful and considering the consequences of our actions. It also shows how anger and revenge can lead to destructive behavior and consequences. Genesis 35 tells the story of Jacob's journey to Bethel and the deaths of his wife Rachel and his father Isaac. God told Jacob to go to Bethel and build an altar there. On the way, Jacob's household rid themselves of their foreign gods and Jacob buried them under a tree. When they arrived at Bethel, God appeared to Jacob and blessed him. While they were still in Bethel, Rachel went into labor and gave birth to Jacob's youngest son, Benjamin. Sadly, Rachel died during childbirth and Jacob buried her near Bethlehem. Later, Jacob's father Isaac also died at the age of 180 and was buried by his sons Esau and Jacob. Overall, Genesis 35 teaches us about the importance of obeying God's commands and keeping ourselves pure. It also shows us the sorrow that comes with death but reminds us that God is always with us and blesses us even in our times of grief. Genesis 36 lists the descendants of Esau, who was the twin brother of Jacob and the firstborn son of Isaac. Esau's descendants were known as the Edomites, and the chapter gives a detailed account of the clans and chiefs that descended from him. Esau had many wives and children, and his descendants became powerful rulers and warriors. The chapter also mentions that the Edomites inhabited a land south of Canaan, in a region that later became known as Edom. The chapter serves as a genealogy that connects Esau's line to the various kings and tribes of the region, emphasizing the importance of ancestry and lineage in ancient times. It also foreshadows future conflicts between the Edomites and Israelites, who are the descendants of Jacob. Brothers and sisters, we will continue the next chapters in the next video. Thank you and God bless you. Amen.